Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of SO NWA, the podcast about serving others here in Northwest Arkansas.
That's right, guys. I'm Enrique, and of course, I'm always here with my brother, Juan Carlos. We're both proud natives of Northwest Arkansas, and we're seeing the community grow and evolve firsthand.
That's right, guys. Each episode, we highlight the entrepreneurs, creators, and everyday people shaping this area, and we talk about anything from local real estate to food to hidden gems and community stories. We cover it all.
That's right, guys. And we're also local real estate agents helping people buy, sell, get connected, and just overall look around Northwest Arkansas.
Mm-hmm. So if you ever have any questions or if you ever have any real estate needs, or if you want to get connected here in the Northwest Arkansas area, we'd love to help you. You can always reach out to us at SO NWA Podcast at gmail.com, or you can find us at our Instagram at SO NWA Podcast.
That's right, guys.
You're good now.
So cool, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Today, we're joined by Irvin Camacho, a respected community leader, immigrant advocate, and lifelong NWA resident. Through his work, he has helped educate, empower, and support immigrant families while building stronger connections across our community. We're excited to learn more about his personal journey, his passion for serving others, and his vision for the future of Northwest Arkansas. Irvin, welcome to SO NWA. How you doing?
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate the invitation. Excited about being here. Thank you for picking me up from the from the tire place. This might be the first time you pick up a guest.
I hope it's not necessarily the last. It's a pleasure.
My tire popped in the highway, and luckily I was close. Yep. You know, because like sometimes people lie and they'll be like, "I can't make it because this happened." Yes, I was actually there, like in the 100%. Tire place.
I had to verify. That's why.
Yeah,
and you drove up there.
You know how also when you're working at a place and then you tell them "Hey, I can't come into work because this happened," but then your supervisor's like, "I'll come pick you up." This is exactly what happened. Yeah.
Basically, guys,
he came to pick me up.
Everyone was like,
"This is a good thing though because you actually."
That's too funny.
I wanted to be here, so thank you so much.
That's hilarious.
Man, we really thank you for making time to come spend some time with us. You know, as we always say in our podcast that it's an honor and privilege to have our guest, but also to have special guests like yourself. You know, we love hearing stories. We love to hear the impact that our guests make in the area or vice versa. And I think our audience knows that you make a huge impact. So, yeah, we can get into that here in a little bit. But, Enrique, what are we doing now?
So we got some rapid-fire questions for you, Irvin. Nice little segment. So start off. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I think I'm both. I like the morning. I'm annoying in the morning. Like my wife hates how... Because I'm the one that wakes up and will listen to EDM or loud Mexican music in the morning. Mm-hmm. I just have a lot of energy, and my wife's like, "Yo, she puts on her peaceful music, maybe a true crime podcast here and there, calm and stuff." And I'm just ready to go. Mm-hmm. But I enjoy my sleep, so that's a tough one for me. But I'd pick morning because I feel like it's a blessing to wake up every day. Another opportunity to live and and be happy. For sure. So many people don't get that opportunity, especially in their 30s. Some people didn't reach their 30s, so I'm just grateful every day, every morning.
There you go. Well said, man. Yeah. Well said. What's one skill you'd love to learn?
I wish I was more of a handyman. Okay. I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm the kind of person to hire someone to do something. Things sometimes will break around the house, and I try some things I'm good at fixing, but then some things I'm not. I gotta try to find the person that can help me, or hire someone to do it. So I think being more of a handyman and maybe even understanding cars a little bit more. Yeah. I think I would like to do it. I'm gonna make that a goal, for this year.
YouTube, easy.
The YouTube mechanics, what they call it.
Just that, and then or even anything at the house. I guess it just depends what it is. Replace fan, washer not, working or whatever it might be. You would be surprised how many clips or someone's doing a full breakdown.
Yeah, I use that for when my lawnmower messed up.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
One of the things that I had the most difficulty with was the weed eater. Whenever it would mess up, I didn't know how to properly put the little string or fix or take something out. And I went onto YouTube. Luckily, there's dads on YouTube that do vlogs where they teach you all these different things. Blessings for those people that are doing that.
Yeah, sure.
I'd be struggling over here.
Yeah, YouTube came in clutch, man. I remember one time our washer, it wasn't washing. It would go through the whole cycle and it wouldn't drain the water. And so I'd open it and my clothes were just sitting in a pool of water. Oh. And so I didn't know how to fix that. And I thought it was just dirty. So I ran a couple clean cycles. Mm-hmm. And then it got to a point where I was like, man, I was straightening my clothes. Like, yeah, I can't do this no more. So I YouTubed it.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, easiest thing ever. The dude just lifted up the washer and he replaced like a little module.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. And it was like $20. It took me like 10 minutes to do it. And the washer's been fine ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Beaches, mountains, or the city?
Dude, maybe I'm too much of an optimist because I don't really dislike much things. Like when you say those three things, I enjoy them all. Like the beach, I love. I've gone to like the Florida beach and I've gone to the California beach as well. I love the California ones better, especially like by Carmel by the sea, which is like about 30 minutes from where I was born, which is Salinas, California. Like the most clean water, like beautiful areas. Mountains, I haven't gone to visit like too many mountains, but I did get to go to Washington and Oregon. Ooh, and they have a lot of beautiful mountains there that I didn't go close to them, but just seeing them from afar was very beautiful. And what was the third one?
City. Yeah, it was beaches, mountains, and cities.
I love New York. I got to go to London last year. I think it was last year.
Yes.
And it's, dude, I love New York, and then London is like New York times 10. Yep. So big, so diverse.
Wow.
Cold, but beautiful. Yeah. So I think I like them all, to be honest. But if I had to pick one, I think it would be the city, man.
The city?
I like the city.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Very cool. My friend went to, I don't know if it was London, but maybe nearby. I honestly don't remember. He said the same thing about it. He's like, bro, this is the coolest place I've ever been. This is awesome.
Dude, I like New York, but I almost felt like London was a little bit more like chill in a way. Like I feel like New York, it's like everybody's moving fast. And in London too, but like everybody's got nice fits. They're all like fashionable. I was walking down the street. I'm like, man, I need to like work more on my t-shirt and jeans game. You know, people had like nice outfits and stuff.
And they all go to they drink beer in their lunch.
That too, dude.
Really?
All day.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, a lot of people will go to Express over there.
Oh yeah.
And what's that other?
H&M.
H&M is big over there,
but it's like the real H&M.
They got legit clothes in there.
I'll say I think we get I don't know, maybe the quality
hand-me-downs
with the extras, bro.
Yeah. But their H&M and Express is legit.
Yeah, we get what doesn't sell over there.
Yeah,
quality. Yeah, it's so funny. Who has been the biggest influence in your life?
And what specifically? Just in general?
I guess just in general. I guess you can say one career-wise and then one personally.
I think personally, I would say my sister. I think my sister has kind of always been my rock. She taught me a lot, taught me how to drive. Like, because my father passed away at a young age, like my sister kind of took that like parent role in a way because my mom was always working, and she's someone that I could always rely on. And we still have that kind of relationship today, where anything she needs, you know, I'm godfather for her two of her children. So I think she's had the biggest impact, and she's someone that I never like stopped looking up to. When it comes to like work and stuff and community, I would say Papa Rap. I'm not sure if y'all ever had the opportunity to meet him. So Papa Rap is an icon. He's a local icon. He's Puerto Rican, and for a good portion of his career, so he came to NWA when he was like, I think he was like either 20s or 30s, and he was a rapper. Like, so he rapped a lot of like reggaeton style rap music. And then he started implementing it in schools where he was teaching kids about different things in school using rap. And he would also put out like albums. He had a TV show called What's Up, Que Pasa that was syndicated nationally and stuff. So he was a lot in like the school districts. He came to Springdale, Rogers, Fort Smith, a lot of these areas. And whenever I was in high school, he was like the community outreach person for the school. And I would connect with him a lot. And he would expose me to opportunities to meet other people that were doing cool stuff in the community, like radio hosts, people that were doing good things that he wanted me to see them and get inspired to do good. So I always am grateful that there was someone that believed in me from when I was like 16, 17. And even today, we just called him yesterday. Like I had a conversation with him on the phone. He's still giving me advice. He's still telling me what you're doing is right. Don't keep your head up. You know, like you're doing the right thing. So I would say community wise, Papa Rap has been my biggest influence.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. I think it's always important to find that one person that can mentor you in a way, right?
100%. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Let's see here. Here we go. Yep. What's one thing that makes Northwest Arkansas unique?
I just love the nature, man. Like I know it's very basic for me to say that, but just the greenery. You know, I was raised in California where there's like beaches and stuff, but in the area where I was from, there's not a lot of like trees, not a lot of nature. And every time I leave this state and I come back, like I feel like, oh, the trees, the greenery, like it's
100%.
part of who I am now, and it's part of what makes my mental health be stable is being around nature and stuff. So I would say the nature, but then I would also say that there's a good community of people that are welcoming, that want diversity, that want people to thrive, and there's a lot of people that want to work together on making cool things happen in NWA. So those two things are the first things that come to mind.
Awesome. What's one local business you love supporting?
There's a lot, man. Hopefully no one gets offended. I would say I love the food of El Chefe. I know we were talking about it on our way over here.
Yes.
Shout out to Manny Gonzalez and Angelica, his partner and wife. I love their food. They're the Mexican food that I always put against anyone. I'll always say that's like the best Mexican food in the state. Anybody fight me? Like it's
I got you.
You know, like
yeah.
And it's just they put love in their food, and you can feel it. And because their family are the ones that cook it, like the quality hasn't died down. So the burrito de asada is like my go-to. I recommend it to everyone, and they're good people. You know, they're constantly putting stuff supporting immigrants, and they're also like when the tornado hit here in the area. Manny was one of the people at the Rogers High School serving free meals.
Oh, wow.
So they're always doing stuff like that to help people in the community. So I think just the food quality and then the people behind it, that's a business that I will always support.
Where can someone find them if they're interested in trying them out?
I think they're at like a brewery right now.
He's pretty mobile. He does. I follow him online or social media and because you're right. We had their food. It's been a while, but I remember I went to a brewery and their food was there, and I thought immediately this is super good.
He just cooked for Post Malone last week.
Yes,
really.
The Razorback Stadium.
I forgot that they were here. Him and what's the other dude's name?
Jelly Roll, but we don't talk about him.
Yeah.
I'm a Post Malone fan though. I love Post Malone. Like I was early whenever it wasn't cool, you know, to be a Post Malone fan.
White
Iverson. Hey man,
Nope.
That's a classic.
That was my head, bro. White Iverson, congratulations.
Yeah, so funny, man. Let's see here.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
With the next one?
Yeah, the next one.
Okay,
I like that one.
Here we go. What's one word that best describes you, Irvin?
That's a tough one. I should have put thought into this when I saw your those questions.
I'm gonna probably say courageous.
I appreciate that.
Courageous is probably a good one.
I would have to say courageous for sure. You can. It takes a lot of courage to do what you do for sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I know people that are way more courageous than me. I think I would say like empathy. I feel like I really care about people, and I feel that the people that I talk to can feel that, and that's how I'm able to connect with people the way that I've been able to connect these past years here in our community. So I would say empathy. Yeah.
Good.
And then the last question, what's one habit that's made the biggest difference in your life?
I think being nice to people. Like, I think giving grace to people, to know that sometimes people are having bad days doesn't mean they're a bad person. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people can't show up to your event, and that's fine. We all have lives. You know, giving people grace to also know that like no one's perfect. We all make mistakes. And I think when you think that way, people will also like think that way about you and give you grace. You know, and not don't get upset with you whenever you can't, you know, show up to their events or just do things that they want you to do. That has helped me like create so many strong relationships. And just being brutally honest. I think sometimes I don't think I trauma dump, but sometimes I do say things that are going on in my life that that maybe many people wouldn't say. Like they'll hide because they're ashamed or because like people sometimes don't want to overshare what's going on in their life. I overshare. And I think because I overshare, people feel that I'm transparent. and that if I'm being honest about something that's directly affecting me with them, that they can also trust me to tell me what they're going through.
Mm-hmm.
And that creates such like an intense, like strong relationship of trust that has helped me do a lot of community work and open doors for other people by creating those relationships with people that have access to resources that others don't.
Yeah. That's incredible, man.
That's pretty good.
Incredible.
I hope that makes sense because it made sense in my head. But
No, it does. It does. If you're willing to overshare, what's your social security number?
I don't know about that, bro.
No,
Dude, someone hacked my Twitter already.
no way.
Some dude hacked my Twitter and took all my followers.
Man.
Dude, in that Twitter, I had George Lopez follow me on that Twitter.
Oh,
And
he can follow you again, bro.
what am I supposed to message him and be like, yo, like my other Twitter? I don't care. I don't think he even cares about refollowing me, but
Oh, man.
I gotta be careful with my
That's
social.
unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate, dude.
Irving, that was really good. You know, we like doing the rapid fire questions. It's always funny. Our rapid fire questions turn into
Like discussions,
like regular questions. You know, they're not rapid fire at all. But no, we really enjoy them. I mean, it gets to know the audience, gets to know you. We get to know you a little bit more too. So we appreciate it. But let's dive into our main discussion here. And what we have here is, you know, for those who may be meeting you for the first time, tell us a little bit about yourself, your connection with Northwest Arkansas, and the journey that's led you here today.
Yeah, I moved here when I was 12 years old. I lived in Salinas, California. Well, I was born in Salinas, California, and then I moved and I lived most of my life, my kid life, in Gonzales, California. And we lived in a neighborhood where there was a lot of gang activity, wasn't really safe. And my dad just wanted us to get out of there.
Okay.
And moved to a place where there was more opportunities, where it was safer. And of course, the poultry industry brought my parents here because it was job opportunities. My parents were working in the fields in California, and we lived in housing authority apartments, so we could barely make ends meet. So we literally packed all our stuff into a black Camaro and drove from California over here. I left a lot of my, I had a bunch of pro wrestling toys, and I had to sell them, which broke my heart as a kid. But it was just, for me, an example of we put everything we had in one little car, and we moved forward to a place where we didn't even know if we were going to you know, and we just risked it. And I came here, I was very blessed that we moved to Lowell, Arkansas, and Lowell Elementary already had a lot of brown kids, which I was really happy about because I was scared that there wasn't going to be much diversity.
Yeah.
Especially since my school had 95% Mexican in California. Yeah. So I was just so used to seen as the majority, you know? And I just had a lot of good opportunities and a lot of good experiences in school. I never had any issues with people being mean to me or anything like that. And I think I had a lot of people be nice to me. And I think that helped me really want to make this my home. I had the opportunity to possibly go to school in California. I had an uncle who wanted to pay for my schooling. Oh, wow. And because of how much my mom needed me, I ended up not being able to go. And in a way, I'm kind of glad because I really feel like I don't want to move from here. I really love this place. I believe in it. And I believe that we can make a difference together. It's just going to take a while to do what we want to do to make this a more inclusive place, a place that feels safe for everyone. And I love Arkansas. I love Springdale. And I just want to do what I can do to, just make this be a better place for people. And I think I'm just a little small piece in this puzzle in making this area better. So I want to do my job in that. And
what year would your move been? What year would that be?
2003.
Oh, okay.
2002, 2003, around that time.
Got it. Okay.
I just remember it was after September 11.
Okay.
It was a year or 2 years afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. And we moved into my uncle's house. He brought us in first. We were there for a few months. Then my aunt took us into her apartment. And then we moved into a trailer park. The trailer park honestly was the best time of my life. We were so poor, but having a full family, having a nice backyard where you could play soccer. We had a dog. We were broke, but that time is the happiest moment in my life that I still think about a lot. And then eventually, we moved into an apartment, and then we caught the perfect time to get a house, which I think was in 2000. I forgot if it was after, I think it was before, it was obviously before the recession, right? But I think our house costed $70,000. It was those houses over there by Bayari in Springdale.
Okay.
Like that neighborhood when it was just new. So like my dad was the first one to get a house, and then my aunt heard about the opportunity, so she got a house, and then my uncle got a house because she heard from my dad also. So my dad kind of brought all these people in our family to get houses.
Yeah.
And then we were able to finally have our first home. Yeah. And I mentioned that because I know that homes and selling and that is important to you all. Us just having the opportunity to buy our first house ever was such a big milestone for us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. It is for a lot of people, having a place, if you're maybe moving from place to place or kind of going where maybe the job is or things like that, but finally getting your home maybe a lot of times brings such a relief because, like, this is yours, I'm going to pay whatever and no one's going to, kick me out or whatever. So yeah, it is. Absolutely. It is a big deal.
I think for La Raza, for our audience listening, I think culturally it's very important for us to own something, whether it's, a piece of land or it's a home. But for us, it's almost like Irvin said, like a big accomplishment and a big achievement, to be quite honest with you, to sit down and say, oh man, I worked hard and look where it got me. Now I own something. Yeah. And so I think that's part of the journey in growth, especially from what you're telling me. If you were, going around with your family, and then eventually you got to that point to where you were able to get into your own house. So that's incredible.
Dude, it was 1977 Topaz Circle. I still remember the address. Right behind Bayari. It's so cool because I'm not sure if this is something that every culture does, but like in Latino cultures, like you go see the house like in the process when it's being built. Oh, right. When they put the dirt, it's like, oh, they finally put the dirt. When they finally put something up, you're like, oh shoot, like they're finally putting this up. And like we would go every week, I think like twice a week, just to see where it was at. And when it was finally done, bro, special, like having my own room for the first time, like the smell of a new house when you walk in, all of that was so special, and I don't take that for granted.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, we did the same thing. No, it is a special thing. It's a special accomplishment. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not everyone can. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I'd have to agree. I think the feeling of once you finally figure out what's done, because me and my fiance, we were renovating our place for maybe like a better part of a year, I think. And you actually went a couple of times when we were kind of working on it. Yeah. But finally, when we finished it, it's to your point, it smelled new. Everything looked nice. We're like, oh, hell yeah. Finally, we finished it. And now we've been living together there almost a year now. So it's an incredible feeling, man.
It is, definitely.
Yeah. It's incredible, dude. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah,
really,
man.
Yeah, really. Yeah. I like that a lot. Yeah. It's a good story.
Yeah. Speaking about you're helping the community, for our audience, Irvin touches a lot on immigration and things that are going on locally in our area in regards to that. So when most people hear that word, they start thinking politics, right? But what's something you wish that they maybe understood more so on the human side of immigration that maybe probably gets a little bit overlooked?
I think just the humanity. I think that, yes, politics are involved and it's like unavoidable, right? Because like my life is political. Just the fact that we're brown people thriving in our field, being outspoken, having a podcast where you're able to just like voice something. Yeah. Our parents might not have felt comfortable doing that ever in their lifetime, being so outspoken, right? I know. But we're here in a podcast studio having this conversation. People are listening. In a way, we're influential because people are listening to this podcast and care about what we have to say. So it's hard for me to separate the two, to be honest. I do know, though, that like my politics or my organizing is always driven by just trying to help people that are struggling. And to some people might see it that way. Some people might think that I'm stirring the pot. But ultimately, our main goal is to help people have access to resources and for people to feel safe living here in Northwest Arkansas and Arkansas in general. And yeah, people are struggling, man. Like, I don't think we don't have the capacity to showcase exactly everything that people call us, message us about that they need help with. But a lot of people are struggling with food. They're struggling with transportation to get to their appointments. They don't have money to pay lawyers for their immigration process, all these different things. So if we, and as IDIC, can kind of help in that process with our resources, we have these connections with attorneys where these attorneys do free clinics for us where we're able to help people and they save thousands of dollars that they would normally like spend so much time of their life saving up to be able to pay,
Yeah.
then we're going to do it. You know, like it would be morally wrong of us not to use our connections, our resources to help people if we have them. The only thing, though, is when you're an organizer, it can become very overwhelming because you can't help out everyone. You have to help out yourself sometimes. Like, you need to put food on the table. You need to pay your rent. You need to, like, take care of your own business. So finding that balance sometimes is a little difficult to do, but we try our best.
Absolutely.
What would you ask?
Yeah, what would you tell someone who's maybe struggling with that balance right now? Maybe they're toying with the idea of helping people, but they're battling that same issue that you mentioned.
I don't know, man. I'm asking myself that question every day. Like, I need a vacation right now. Like, I need to disconnect.
Oh.
We had this one, I think it was 2 weeks ago. My wife and I went to like Eureka Springs for a day. And we were like, we felt like we're disconnecting from everything.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
Like, and that helped out so much. And we had like signs throughout the trip that like, and it was, I don't say it, like, I guess it was a trip, but we had signs that the universe was taking care of us. Like, we went to go park at this little parking spot there in Eureka Springs, kind of a little bit away from the main city. And we needed like change, right? We only had like a $20 bill. The parking was $15 and we needed change. So my wife just starts walking and I see her go into like this house and I'm like, why is she going into this random house? And she thought it was just a business and she could ask for change in there. So she went in, and then we go in and my wife's asking this guy that's at his desk in the house, which is like an architect office, like, hey, do you have change? And the guy's like, oh yeah, I have change. And then I look at like his plaque. We're in the mayor's office, and that's the mayor who's behind the desk.
Oh, what?
Yeah, his name's Butch. He's the mayor of Eureka Springs, and he has change. He's giving my wife change and everything, and then we just start talking and stuff. And he tells us, you know, like, whatever y'all need when you're here, like, let me know, you know. And we're like, incredible. Whoa, like that's such a way of like the universe knew we needed to be taken care of at the time because we were exhausted from everything we've been doing. And just having like randomly ending up in the mayor's office, who he's an architect, but it's also his office of the mayor. And it was just open randomly. He didn't even have an open side. I don't know when my wife walked in there, but whenever she came out though, she was like, I don't know what it was, but something was telling me to walk in there. You know, like there was something drawing me in there. Yeah, I think people need to take vacations if they can. I know that sometimes that's not affordable for some people. Yeah. But do what you can to take care of your mental health. I think that's whether that's therapy, whether that's running, whether that's medication, whether that's, you know, spending time with family. That's what you need to balance your community work with, you know, filling your own cup.
I think as we get older, I think that really does play a factor into, you know, your daily life. If, you know, I would say when we were younger, at least when I was younger, you know, you can feel like you can take on so much. Maybe you have the energy for it, or, you know, life hasn't hit you with any curveballs yet. And as we get older, we're like, man, we need some rest.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know, but you know, even now, some days I look at that and I'm like, dude, I do this, and that, but I will say, having those vacations planned in advance, and a vacation is, I'm not necessarily, you know, go take it alone and go to Disneyland. I mean, a vacation could be just like what Irving said, to go, you know, to Eureka.
No, we don't judge. No, we don't judge if you
we don't.
If you get alone, because I've been to Disneyland. It's expensive.
Oh yeah. It was just. I'm not laughing because I'm making fun of people. I'm just laughing because it was a funny example.
I mean, because we all know how expensive it is. But hey, if that is what will bring you to like, you know, get you to relax, then it's worth it. Because, you know, hey. If you don't do it, you know, maybe you blow fuse.
The World Cup helped me, like, to be able to disconnect. I was able to, like,
I love the World Cup.
I was able to, like, go to a bar or go to the park and and enjoy the game. So I watched too many games that I should have probably. I spent a lot of time, and then I got to go to it. I went to Houston to watch Portugal versus Congo. So that really helped my mental health, and that took care of myself a little bit by watching some games.
I do say this all the time. You got to take care of yourself to take care of others. You know, it's really hard. It's really hard to try to take care of others, and you know, and you're not in a good spot. And I think that can refer to anything, like financially, even mentally.
You can't serve anybody from a glass that's empty.
Yeah, or physically. You know, it'd be really hard. I'll pick you up. Oh, I don't got a car. Sorry. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Backtracking a little bit about the World Cup, and you were kind of feeling better about it. I was telling my fiance that I don't know what it is, but the world feels greener when it's the World Cup. I don't know what it is, man, but when the World Cup is on, dude, I feel like everyone is just vibing and just having a good time.
It's been good. This year was a good World Cup. It seemed like it. Where was it last year?
Qatar, right?
Qatar.
Oh, yes, yeah.
4 years ago.
Yeah,
Qatar.
it seemed like a lot of I kept seeing these videos on Instagram of all the foreigners coming into to U.S. and some of them are like blown away by Waffle House and
I'm telling you,
like Buc-ee's.
You talking about that guy on Twitter? What's his name? Was it Freddie? You know what I'm talking about?
Something like that. Yeah, there were
some
so
German
many.
guy.
There were so many that they. I remember I read an article that all the they drank all the beer in Boston.
Yeah, all the people from
Scotland.
They drank the city dry, man.
Yeah. Dude, they must have had a great time.
Dude,
you know that they got to drink that much beer and just clean it out.
I will say it's expensive to like if you to go to a game that you want to see, like tickets were starting at like 1,200. A lot of them were.
Yeah.
There were some that you could get like for 800 or actually 300, like the Ecuador games that happened in Kansas City. There was some like $300 ones, but they need to like line up a little bit on those.
Yeah.
And I think the resellers were the ones that were making it more expensive.
They do like a Salvador game. Those would be like $100.
Dude, if Honduras went to World Cup, it's gonna be like $50.
Dang, you trying to get canceled? But the World Cup, the FIFA president said that he wants to expand the World Cup to like 60 teams next.
Yeah,
I did see that.
So hopefully, El Salvador, Guatemala.
I know they made it.
Peru. I really hope Honduras makes it, man. The last time they qualified was 2014. That was the last time they played, and I don't think they won a single group stage match. If I remember correctly.
They made it, man.
They made it.
They made it.
Yep, that's funny. Freaking World Cup. Man.
Irvin, Northwest Arkansas has changed so much over the last, I was gonna say decade, but even from 20 years, when you got here, right? What was it like back then, compared to now? What do you remember when, your family just moved here? What was community like? You stepped into the elementary or
Lowell Elementary.
Yeah, Lowell Elementary. And, what was life like from then and kind of to now, a little bit to now?
Well, I mean, I went to Lowell Elementary, and then I went to Kirksey Middle School in Rogers, and then that's when I made the transfer to Springdale. So I went to J.O. Kelly Middle School, and there wasn't a lot of I don't want to say there wasn't a lot of brown people to look up to, because there was a few, right? But I think it's beautiful to see just how much we've grown as a community. Just the fact that now we have multiple podcasts ran by Latinos, that's so cool. Because even just whenever I started back in 2019, there might have been one, I probably didn't know about it, but I felt like I was one of the only ones that were Latinos doing podcasts. And now we have we have Frisco. Yeah. We have Milton, who also does his. Yeah. The girls over there at the
House of Creators.
The House of Creators, them. And then there's some that focus on caretaker. There's a caretaker podcast. I think you might have met her. She has a caretaker podcast. She's Latina. She's Puerto Rican. So there's a good amount of Latinos now doing podcasts. Yeah. And even in this space, just to see the growth in the past 6-7 years is beautiful to see. And people now are running for office. They're Latinos too, which is cool. I think when I was younger, there wasn't a lot of those examples. There was community leaders that were trailblazers that were doing a lot of good work. But then there was some areas like running for office and stuff that you weren't seeing a lot of people that look like us in those spaces. And then luckily you started seeing people like Diana Gonzalez-Worden, who's currently my state rep. She's the first Latina state rep representing Springdale. And now it's becoming normalized, which is cool, And it's not even just that. There's people in the design, fashion space that are Latino. Yeah. There's people in TV and on the news here locally at KNWA, 4029 News that are Latino as well. I know quite a few of them. And just seeing all that makes me happy, because I'm all for doing the opposite of gatekeeping and sharing my resources for people so that they can also thrive in whatever field I'm in. So the growth has been beautiful, man, but there's still a lot of work to do. We still need to be in more spaces.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier when you were first moving over here, that you were worried about not being around, I guess, Hispanics or people who look like us, to where now, to your point, we're starting to venture out and actually be successful in these fields. I mean, a good example is our team leader, I think Francisco. He got his license when he was 18 or 19, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think during that time, there wasn't many Hispanic agents. And for him, he used that to his advantage. And look where he is now, almost 10 years later, with a big team and one of the top teams at the time at Fathom Realty, and growing the team here still at KW.
Yeah.
Another person is Juan Picasso too. Hispanic guy, went to high school with him.
I've seen his videos.
He's got his
Instagram.
own brokerage now. He's a Hispanic guy. And I think for other Hispanics, that's encouraging. It's honestly very courageous and honestly pretty brave still, even now. Because I mean, in the field that we're in, I think it's a lot of it is dominated by other folks.
There's so many Latino realtors, which is great. Yeah. I feel like I can throw my shoe and it will hit one of them. If I threw it right here, I'd probably hit like 3 people, right?
That's so true. It's so true.
Like I even sometimes like will stress out because I'm like, if I'm gonna get another house, who am I gonna ask? Because I don't want anyone to get offended.
I know a guy.
I think as we talk about Latinos in different industries, it is really encouraging. When we talk to YB and Juan is a great, both of those are great examples. Francisco's a great example, and they're all younger than me, right? I'm 35, and I look at these young kids and I say, wow, what a great example they're doing. Even for me, as someone who's older, I love to connect with them and talk to them and pick their brains and say, wow, like great job, yeah.
Like I love what YB and his partner are doing with like the barbershop and stuff.
I mean, it's
like that's and their content and stuff that they do. It's like I think it's cool just people feeling comfortable doing it. Yeah. Because a lot of the times people didn't, like they didn't feel comfortable being in front of a camera and just taking that risk of like looking silly and stuff, but they're putting out really good content, and I know that they've been like expanding and like they do that big barbershop like the expo. Yeah. So just people thinking big is inspiring to see. Sure. It is. I think that's when you think about growth. For me, from the time that I got here, like I'm seeing more brown people think big, and that makes me happy.
Yeah. That's incredible. That's really good.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Irvin, if we were to sit down together again 5 years from now, what would be your hope that would be a change for immigrant families here in NWA?
I would love to see an immigration reform happen nationally. What that would mean for me, what I would want it to mean is for people that are here on DACA to be able to have a pathway to citizenship. I would love our parents that are undocumented also to have a pathway, and our grandparents. There's a lot of folks that are here that have been here for many years, super clean record, right? And are still fearful for their immigration status. So absolutely. Peace of mind for our parents, for our grandparents, for the young people that are here. That's what I would want. Just because, we're already contributing so much, not only as humans, our humanity, right? But like economically, like a lot of undocumented people, the majority of undocumented people don't qualify for any kind of like government assistance. So that's a myth when you hear people say like, oh, they're just kind of taking money from the system. Like, no, they don't get the Social Security benefits that we do. Like a lot of the money that undocumented people pay into Social Security gets put on a side, and it's never given to them. So they'll never get it. Right. So I think a lot of folks are contributing so much humanitarian wise, humanity wise, economically, but just in building. Look at the people in the construction sites. Who are they? It's our people that are there in Springdale and all these areas, building houses, all these different things. Like we're part of the fabric of this community. And I would love for it to be official and for them to feel peace of mind, knowing they don't have to worry about if they buy a house that they won't be able to keep it if they get deported, And I know there's some people, y'all probably heard about this, how there were some people that were like selling their houses because they were scared that if they got deported, that who was going to handle their business when they were gone. I just want peace of mind for people because I'm very privileged. I was born in the U.S. My mom came undocumented, but because of Reagan's amnesty, she was able to become a U.S. resident right away. So we never had to experience those hardships of being scared to drive without a driver's license, all these different things. And a lot of my best friends did. So I learned a lot from those experiences. And I've always just wanted peace of mind for them and for them to know that like this country wants them to be here and appreciates everything they've contributed.
That's beautiful, man. I think a lot of us as Hispanics, even if it's not directly, we've experienced, I think, some form of issue with when it comes to, status here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
I know I personally have, not me directly, but family members, people that I know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's unfortunate how it can be at times. What really sucks too is a lack of empathy at times when it comes to that, which I think is a bit disheartening. But I mean, hopefully in the future things get a little better and things improve.
I will say though, there's a lot of good people in the area that support immigrants, and I almost feel like I want to scream that out to the world, to scream that out to my community, because a lot of times immigrant people feel like they're alone. They feel that everybody's coming after them and stuff. But I've met so many good people. Like yesterday, I had dinner with someone whose family is a billionaire family. And she empathized so much with immigrants, and she wants to help out. And her family, empathizes with immigrants. And she knows people that are also wealthy that empathizes with immigrants. And besides, the wealthy people, there's a lot of good white people, black people in our community that really care about immigrants and really want to do anything that they can to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want people to know, especially if you're listening to this and you feel like everyone's against you and everybody wants you to send back to your country, all these different things, there's a bunch of good people that care about you and want you to be here and appreciate you and want you to be happy here with your family.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Where can we get, if someone was listening and felt that way or want to get more connected, is there somewhere they can reach out to? Is there a resource here locally they can do, that they can kind of get in contact with?
They can email us, go to our Facebook or our Instagram. You got to find us under ide.arkansas.
Okay.
And just send us a message. We have some people that have already been reaching out for the past year and a half of us wanting to help us. Have patience for us sometimes, because we do take a while to respond sometimes, unless it's like an urgent message. Because this work that we do with IDE, it's all volunteer based. None of us are getting paid for it. So we all have our 8 to 5s, and then we have our 5 to 9s sometimes doing IDE stuff, helping people out with different things. So just reach out to us and we'll figure out a way to connect.
Okay. Cool. I appreciate that. Switching gears just a little bit. You also host Arkansas's first bilingual podcast, is my understanding. What inspired you to create it, and the conversations you have on there, and what has impacted you the most from it?
So I started that back in 2019. And the reason I started that was because I've been very blessed to be able to do a lot of radio and TV interviews and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I hated how sometimes it almost felt like we couldn't get into the deep conversation of an issue because we were time limited.
Okay.
So I was like, what can I do to have conversations with people about important subjects and be able to go as long as I want to go? Like if I want to go an hour, and really not be restricted as to what I can talk about. And so I thought about creating a podcast. And at that time in 2019, it wasn't a new concept, but in Arkansas, it was not really I did not know. I don't think I knew of any podcast. There was podcasts already, but I personally did not follow any Arkansas podcasts. Didn't really know of anyone. Mm-hmm. So I started the District 3 podcast because we live in the 3rd Congressional District. So it's District 3. This is Rogers, Fort Smith, Springdale, Lowell, Bentonville. Mm-hmm. This is all District 3. Okay. So people sometimes are like, why do you keep that name? I'm like, it's too late now. We're we're 345 episodes in. It's too late to change it. So we started having...
That's a good name. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, man. It's a
clean.
3rd Congressional District, cool, D3, keep it short. But, we've had some really cool guests there. And I think for me, one of the coolest things is just getting to know people. Mm. Like now, when you look in your community in the surrounding areas, you might think to yourself, oh, I would really love to meet this person. I would love to connect with this person, maybe work on something, just get to know them. Now you have an excuse because you have a podcast. Yeah. You can invite them, and say, hey, I have this podcast. Do you want to come talk about what you do and stuff? It gives you an opportunity to build those relationships. And, we're 345 episodes in, so I've built a lot of relationships on that podcast that have turned into something else, and I also got to learn about different things that I had no idea about, that I was ignorant about, issues, life circumstances that people go through. We talk about some illnesses that people are living with, just cool people doing cool stuff in the community as well.
Yeah.
Some artists. But ultimately, I want there to be a theme to the podcast that anybody, not only locally, but like nationally, can relate to.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I've been trying to do, and just give a platform to people that like deserve a platform. You know, there's a lot of people that sometimes don't get the opportunity to talk about something that they care about, that affects them. So the fact that we're able to offer a platform for people to do that, I think is so cool.
Man, I like that. How you explained it, it reminds me similar to you can say kind of our podcast, but we kind of felt the same way in the sense of, well, we want to hear your story because we've seen countless people do great things in the community, but who's telling their story, right? Kind of like that sense. So that's kind of where that serving others kind of comes from. Because I think as much as you're serving your people, guests and people from the community, like who's taking care of you in that sense, kind of on that back end. So,
yeah, man. I even feel good when people invite me to their podcast. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I don't have to worry about setting up anything.
I felt the same, Francisco, shout out to him. He's our first person who had us on, and it was nice.
I was nervous for that episode.
Oh,
I felt nervous when I was sitting
I had a great time, man. It felt so good just to sit there and get asked questions.
Well, next we'll be on mine.
For sure.
I gotta buy another mic, so I'm about to buy it next week.
Okay.
Because I have another one, but the quality's not good. I just need to buy.
Hey, what did you say?
So I'll buy another one and I'll hit y'all up so we can record too.
Let's do it.
I would love to learn more about y'all's story.
If you use GarageBand, because you use GarageBand, right? Well, again, if you I don't know if you have something like this, but we also use those clip-ons, and it works right on the iPad. Perfect.
So you're saying you want to do it tomorrow? Is that what you're saying? He's like, I got the mics, bro.
There you go. No, they're so convenient, man.
Yeah.
Super convenient. Yeah. No, but just throwing that.
2 weeks though. In 2 weeks, I'm gonna hit y'all up so we can schedule.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah,
I think we'll schedule now because I know y'all like to schedule things ahead of time. So like, I was telling them that they are very organized in how you all approach, inviting people. Like, I don't do any of that. Like, I don't you send me like 3 reminders. I only tell you once, and if you don't show up, then it just doesn't happen.
It's a solo episode.
So I appreciate it. But we got to make that episode happen for sure.
For sure.
We're glad to hear that you had a good experience with our scheduling. We always try our best to be, how do I say it? I don't know if understanding is the right word, but I guess, convenient for you guys. Flexible. I think is probably a better way to describe it.
Yeah, I always say, or we always say, we love our guests to feel comfortable. We want them to feel like as stress-free as possible. So if that means like the reminders, right? If that means like because we kind of send like an outline, but we always say it's like organic too. It's just some things that we'll talk about. The rest is just whatever comes out, And then what else? I mean, like location. If it was easier to come to you, like maybe you felt more comfortable doing it at your house or your office. Like we're mobile, right? As long as we have Wi-Fi, that's kind of the thing. That's the reason we have like this setup here. So if you were like, I want to do it in my office or my business or so and so, like we want you to feel comfortable. That's kind of like the thing.
Well, I feel the comfortableness, and
for sure.
Thank you for picking me up from that.
No problem at all, man. It's been cool. It's a pleasure.
That's too funny, man.
Yeah,
too funny.
Yeah,
Irvin, something we'd like to do on the podcast, we'd like to give you a moment on this episode to give a person or a team or any organization that's with you or has worked with you a shout out. And for the audience, because you mentioned a lot of people. So anyone who might be listening, if for whatever reason the name isn't mentioned, Irvin's got you in mind. But yeah, an opportunity for you to give a shout out if you'd like.
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to start by giving a shout out to you all. Thank you all for everything that you do.
How kind is that?
Appreciate, it just makes me so happy to see y'all do this. Just because I felt very lonely whenever I was doing it with myself. And the fact that we're able to have conversations and be like, oh, I use this software, you should use this, like help each other out.
Right.
I think that's cool. So thank you all. Our organization, IDA as well, which is an organization that I co-founded. We have so many cool members. We have about maybe 70 something members within the organization. They're some of the best people our community has, some of the most empathetic people that always just want to help people. So we're very blessed to have such a collective of goodness in this one organization of people that are doing amazing work. And just shout out to all the people that are always thinking about helping other people,
right.
because it's hard. A I feel like a lot of the times in our own personal lives, we're going through stuff, illnesses, things happening in our families, and the people that still make time to help other people, even though they're going through all these different things. Like, I'm super appreciative of that. And I think Northwest Arkansas has a lot of those people that are always trying to help people. I
feel that way too.
Yeah. We're very blessed. Like, the nonprofit space is big here, and it's because we have so many people that want to help out other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Oh, man, that's good.
And shout out to all the other Latino podcasters out there, because
100%.
We need to link up. Like, come on,
man. I'm working. I mean, this is just an idea. Like, I really, because this idea, TPA, the where we all met for the first time last year at the podcast award ceremony thing. Yeah. And I thought of it more of just like a meetup. And the only other podcast meetup in this area that I know of is from Rogue Studios.
No, I have another one.
What's the other one?
And they're actually meeting next Thursday.
Okay.
My friend, which for some reason I'm blinking, my friend Charlie.
Okay.
She has a podcast called the Sleepover Podcast, and she just brings guests and they talk about just random stuff. And it's a really fun podcast. I've been on it. She hosts one the last Thursday of every month at the Fayetteville Public Library.
Oh, okay. But I think I've seen that too, and I think I just forgot about it.
Yeah, but I told her that she doesn't really promote it, so I've been telling her, like, you need to promote it, because I've gone to a few of them and they're really cool, because it's people. There's a lot of people that are about to start a podcast and they have all the questions. Yeah. So like y'all would be so helpful in answering so many things for them, right?
Oh, for sure.
And people are just trying to help each other out with their podcast, and then people meeting like possible new guests.
Yeah.
There's a good collection of people. One thing I want to do, besides like I'll let you go back to your idea, because I think you were gonna share with an idea. I would love to do maybe once in a while a Latino podcast meetup.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and eventually it can be more events that invite everyone. But I do think we need to connect. Like,
yes,
I think
absolutely. That's what I was kind of thinking. I was doing a meetup because I was like, oh, there's you, now Francisco. There's
House of Creators, Frisco.
Yeah, House Creator Frisco, and it's really more. It's maybe not even. I was like, so it can also be a good opportunity for content, but I wasn't even thinking that. I was just thinking of us getting together and just like, hey, how you doing? What program do you use?
We can do a little TikTok here and there.
Yeah, right. But I was thinking of more just like, because I think there's only maybe like a dozen of us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's more than like 20 or 24 of us. And so I'm like, oh, the space, we can just meet like at a restaurant or a bar or something.
You know what? I'm going to set this up. I'm going to set it up. I know all of the. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I haven't met Francisco yet.
Oh, if he's.
I think I saw him right now here.
Okay, yeah. If he's here, which he probably will be when we're done, I'll introduce you. But it was just more of just like, hey, how you doing? Like, is there anything we can help you with? Like, it's just that. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
But I think it'd be cool to have, like, for you all to do an episode with the House of Creator girls. I think that'd be a cool interaction.
I reached out to them in the beginning. I think they just got busy, and then I also know one of them had a baby.
Is having recently. A baby?
Yeah. Is just had one or going to have one?
I think she's going to have one.
Okay, so I knew they're probably, so in time. Yeah, no, but I did see them, yeah.
I'll ask to see, maybe it might be one of those things where we might wait till after, but I would like to have a little meetup of just us first, just so we can kind of like connect and stuff, and maybe share some stories about like experiences that we've had and help each other out and stuff.
That'd be fun.
But I also would like to maybe help Charlie in the future for that one that she does at the library.
Yeah.
Because it's a cool thing. I've been to like 3 of them, and it's been cool to connect with other people that are doing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. It's been cool. The podcast has been a huge blessing for sure.
We've sat and talked to people I never personally thought I'd never even meet or talk with.
Didn't you meet with the mayor too?
We met with 2 mayors, right? The mayor of Rogers and the mayor of Pure Ridge.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. They were both fun, but the mayor of Rogers cracked me up, dude. That dude was making me laugh.
I haven't met him yet.
He's funny, dude. He's a funny guy. He was cracking me up the whole time.
He really was, yeah. Irving, the last thing, we're kind of wrapping up here. The last 5-10 minutes of the podcast, we bring it right back to Northwest Arkansas. We like to hear what are some of your favorites, right? So to tell us a park or trail, a restaurant, or a coffee shop. Well, what's one of Irving's favorites that he goes to frequently with his family?
With my family, I don't know. I wouldn't say with my family, but I would say with just sometimes family, sometimes friends.
Yeah.
I have 2 places. You know, I've already shouted out El Chefe, so I'm not gonna say El Chefe for this one. Sorry, Manny. But I love the Odd Soul on Emma Avenue. It's a bar.
Okay.
And I've been there for the World Cup a lot. I'll be watching the games there. I know a good portion of their bartending staff. Really good people. We've done fundraisers there.
Okay.
Like the owner, Jeffro Brown, he's one of the best people in our community who's constantly giving to people who are going through it. And it's just a good atmosphere in there. So I love the Odd Soul. And then I also love Las Cazuelas in downtown Springdale. Have you all been?
Mm-mm. I went with my suegros and my fiance, dude.
What is that?
Huevos al albanil.
Oh, is that a restaurant?
It's a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's I don't know how to describe it to you, but it is in downtown Springdale.
It's a Latino breakfast spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where it's like
Do they have menudo there?
maybe, I think so. They
I don't
probably do.
remember. I don't remember what's on the menu, but
If you guys know us, your favorite menudo spot, if we like that, it's my wife's looking for one, and she's.
need
I mean, I
to
know El Rinconcito has some really good
We've been
pozole.
there. Or is it pozole?
I don't
I don't
know.
remember.
I don't know if they have menudo, but if she's looking for menudo,
I think it's
they
menudo.
We need to ask those people that are hungover all the time. We need to ask them. They're the ones that would know.
Go to an AA meeting. When you used to drink, where did you used to? Yeah, because they don't drink no more, you know.
Yeah.
Well, some people's remedy of being hungover is just drinking another one.
For real, that's crazy, no?
Yeah.
They're like all crudo, and they're like this, and they're like
So I'm very paranoid because like my dad had an alcoholic illness. Like that's actually how he passed away, because he had like cirrhosis of the liver. So I'm always constantly thinking about like my intake of alcohol. Like I'm very paranoid about it. And when I think about the fact that like people get hungover and then they drink to stop their hungover, that's crazy, man. People build different, because I could not drink. I don't get hungover, which also sucks, because I get no slap on the wrist whenever I drink too much. But I could not imagine drinking another beer after feeling like crap the next day.
When you're crudo, bro, the next one is horrible, man. The few times I've been hungover, dude, it sucks, man. It's horrible. Yeah. It's the worst feeling. You don't even want to eat nothing, dude. You just want to just. Dude, I'm telling you, it's freaking bad.
So they were La Cazuela?
Las Cazuelas and the Odd Soul.
Springdale, downtown Springdale.
Okay, I also shout out to the people from World's Best Java Pies. I love them over there in downtown Springdale too.
Okay.
They have good pizza. They have some good matcha tea as well. So when I think about businesses, I think about them. Shout out to also Don Güeros, the little taco shack on Emma Avenue. Love them too.
Okay.
Downtown Springdale got some good spots.
I gotta go check it out.
Notice I only said downtown Springdale spots. I'm not. That's who I rep, man.
I'll have to go check it out. All right. Lastly, here we're wrapping up the episode here, and I'll let Enrique do this.
Okay. Yeah. So we have a little thing on our podcast where we like to connect every episode with the previous episode. So what we do is our previous guest leaves a question for the next guest. So in this case, Dr. Matt Howe, he's the owner of Eyes on the Square in downtown Bentonville. The question he left for you, Irvin, is what is one thing that you are doing this week to be 1% better next week?
I've started running.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah. I'll share a little bit about mental health, because mental health is an important part for my podcast and just for me in general. My wife has taught me a lot about mental health. And for the past week and a half, my nervous system got rocked, I think because of a lot of stress and because of a lot of things that were going on in my life. So I developed like an itch throughout my entire body where I was like itching constantly, random itches. And I knew it was a mental health thing, because whenever I was focused on other things, I didn't have the itch. It was more about whenever I stood still, and I'd be like itching my eyebrow, itching the back of my ear, my back. And it was just horrible. And I thought to myself, like, what do I do to get rid of this? I don't want this to be a thing that just doesn't go away. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to run, like I had a torn ACL. I got surgery for it last year. So it's about to be a year since I did my surgery. So I knew I was kind of like still a little bit scared to run, but I did it. I ran, for like maybe 40 minutes for the first time in maybe 15 years. And it felt so good. Like I, of course, did not run full force. Like I ran for a few, walked, ran for a few, walked, but that stopped the anxiety itch that I had. and it made me feel better. And I was like, oh, I can do this, you know? So I've started running. Like my wife and I actually had dinner last night at Mariachi's in Fayetteville. And then we went to the park. It was already dark. And we ran one time around the park with our doggy. And it was like dark. Like it probably wasn't safe to be running in the park, because in that park specifically, you go through like a very nature spot where there's like a bunch of trees and it's like super pitch dark in there. Yeah. We were running through there and it felt so good. And I think that has taken my mental health now to another good level. Yeah. So incredible. I think just overcoming that fear of hurting myself while running because of my leg, and telling myself like, you can do it, you know, and this is going to help you, and you can do this with your wife. This can be a bonding experience with your wife and your doggy. I think has helped me be better and my mental health better just in general.
There you go. Yeah, that's important, man. Mental health, exercise, 100%.
All right, now it's your turn, Irvin, to leave a question for our next guest.
I would ask, why do you think it's important to help others?
I like that question.
Come on, try to think who's our next guest. I like it. Good stuff. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Well, Irving, thank you so much for spending some time with us here, man. It really means a lot. And I mean, we had a great time. And I think this is just, like I just said a few minutes ago, man, this podcast has been a blessing to connect with people, to get to know people that by, you know, I can't imagine any other time I would have, you know, or with these people. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you all for the opportunity. I appreciate the opportunity to be here and to speak to your audience. Excited about having y'all on the podcast so that we can learn more about y'all's story. And yeah, let's keep on helping people and like sharing our knowledge in the podcast space so that we can have like much more, you know, Latino podcasters in the space here in Arkansas.
100%.
Let's do it.
Irving, last thing before we sign off, anything that we could, if you want to promote or share where we can find you, things like that.
When does this episode air?
Actually released in 2 weeks.
Okie dokie.
Oh, sorry, next week. Yeah, next week. Next Thursday.
Okie dokie. Yeah. So if it's going to be on Thursday, we have a backpack giveaway happening that Sunday of next week.
Okay.
Oh, and nice. So if you're someone that, you know, can't afford to buy all these backpacks for your kids, like we're going to be giving them away at the Imperial Event Center in Springdale. IDA is hosting a backpack giveaway, school supplies event. And yeah, if you need help, come there. If you need any immigration resource help, reach out to us at IDA. I'm also on TikTok, so I talk a lot about immigration and stuff on there. So you can just look me up under Irvin Camacho on there. And please follow the podcast, the District 3 Podcast. We're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. We're everywhere except at your mom's house. So we're just like, even at your mom's house sometimes. So I know that we have a good amount of. I'll just try to crack you up, Enrique.
Oh, well, that should work,
dude. Sometimes at your mom's house, though, because we do have a lot of moms that will watch the podcast. So shout out to everyone. That was all I wanted to do. I just wanted to crack up.
It reminds me of like on the episode with the Frisco kid, where he was like, "What did he say? He said something wicked out of nowhere, something about like a lion or something." It was like the same thing. It was funny, man.
But yeah, check us out, the District 3 Podcast, and yeah, just give grace to people, be kind, and try to help people with the resources that you have.
Yeah, there it is, guys. Beautiful. Well, Irving, it's been a pleasure, man. About to sign off.
Absolutely.
For the audience here, thank you for joining us here for this another episode. You know where you can find us on Instagram at SO NWA, SO NWA Podcast. And we'll see you on the next episode, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Take care.